All right, you're welcome back. Welcome back. So we're going to continue from where we left off in the previous video. So message templates in this section, it says that people will see a default greeting when they start a conversation with you. You can edit this greeting and prompt people to ask questions about your business. So this is just a way to give the people who visit your inbox an option to send a particular type of message. So now you let me talk about this special ad category for a second. You see, I didn't touch it because I don't need to touch it, and you also don't need to touch it, except you are advertising whatever they've talked about here. Ads related to credit, employment, housing, social issues, elections, or politics. If your advert does not fall under this category, then you should ignore it. That's just it. Just ignore. So I ignored it here because my advert does not fall under those categories too. So under the message template, click on edit and let's see what we can do about that. So let me see. If I switch off the previously asked questions, let me see. Yes. Yes, so I think this one is just fine the way it is. Welcome people to the conversation after they've tapped on your ad. That means when they land in your inbox, this is the message they are going to get. Hi, please let us know how we can help you. So I don't want to put all those frequently asked questions as options, because when people have too many options they get confused, and confused people don't buy. That's a rule in marketing. So one message like this is just fine. Don't need to complicate things. You, when they message you, then you can take a conversation up from there. So this is fine like this. Please let us know how we can help you. You can put that. You can leave it the way it is, or you can edit it to your own taste. That you can say things like what which one would you like to order. But please let us know how we can help you is more is more general. So it makes them feel more comfortable. So you just go back, leave that one the way it is. Placements, I usually don't touch placements personally. So now look at this automatic section is what shows that this one allows Facebook to, it's like you are giving Facebook the permission to show your ads according to how the algorithm seems best. Or yeah, that's basically what it means. So that's why I choose it. If you click on it, okay. If you were to click on manual, it's a different ball game. You have to set how it will appear on Facebook or Instagram or Audience Network or Messenger, or whether you want your ads to appear only on desktop or mobile or all of those things. I don't do that. I'm not saying it's wrong. You can try them out and see your result. If you're somebody who wants to your ads to appear only on Instagram, this is where you can set it. That's why I call this course Facebook and Instagram ads, because your ads are appearing on Instagram, not just Instagram, all the platforms. So from this place you can set it. If you want your ads to appear only on Instagram, you just have to go to Facebook and clear all. Just click on clear all here. That means your ad will not appear on Facebook at all. When you click on clear all, you see that tick sign at the top right corner. Just mark it, and that's that. So Facebook is none now. You can see Facebook is none. So Instagram, when you click on, so you can, if you want to appear on Instagram, that's the place. Just leave it the way it is. Then on Messenger, some. If you want inbox, you can click on inbox. If you don't want inbox, so Facebook feeds was turned on because you must have this feed selected to use inbox. They are saying that if you want people to enter your inbox, you have to let them appear on Facebook. So, but if you don't want your ad to appear on Facebook, that means you can't select that option. So basically, it has changed from on to some. So you have to come back and select. So just by selecting it this way, you have made sure your ad will only appear on Instagram. You can even remove message stories too. Yes. So it's just by setting it this way, your ad will appear on only Instagram. That's why you have all in front of Instagram and you have none in front of the other platforms. So you can also set it to only appear on mobile. That means you uncheck desktop. By doing this, you are setting your advert to appear only on mobile, only on people only on the only in front of people who use a mobile phone. That means anybody who is accessing Facebook or Instagram from their laptop or their desktop computers, they will not see your ad. That's what this means. So you click on done. Like I said, it's your choice. You can choose to play around with these things. There's no singular method that is best at all times. So some products might perform better on Facebook than they would on Instagram, and you wouldn't know until you test. But personally, because of the type of ads I run, I usually just select automatic and allow Facebook to do the rest for me. All right, so I'll just mark it. All right, so ad preview, sometimes it comes up, sometimes it doesn't come up. Don't waste your breath about it. Doesn't matter, just keep doing what you're doing. Okay, so what else do we have here? Ad preview. I don't know why it's taking forever. I don't have time to wait. I just go to my audience. So yes, this audience section, yes, fantastic. We are here now. Please pay attention to what I'm doing here, because you are going to need this knowledge. So yeah, on the audience section, you want to make sure that you have a good, this place determines a lot. In fact, there's no section in this whole video that is not important. Like I said earlier, i don't give irrelevant information. So usually what I'll just advise you do is just click on create new audience, right? Just create a new audience. Don't stress yourself. Let me go back and show you again. This card, let me see. So click on create new audience. Create. Don't stress yourself, just do what I'm doing, please, so that you will not disturb me later. All right, so audience name. Okay, I thought I would use to edit that here, but it's fine. How come I'm not? Okay, so you include these locations. So we'll start from locations. Just allow it. Anything that this app wants you allow, just allow it, so that you won't stress yourself. So it's already on Nigeria, so I don't know if there's any other. So just leave it the way it is, unless you want to change it. If you want to change it to a particular state in Nigeria, or if you're watching this video from another country, you can just click on edits and or go back and put search locations. You can say Lagos, for example. If you want to choose Lagos, Nigeria as a region, there are plenty places that bear Lagos around the world, but so you have to be sure that it's the Nigerian Lagos that you set. Don't go and set the Lagos for Portugal, so your Nigerian ads don't start appearing to people who are in Portugal. Okay, so you can't select locations that overlap. Your audience location is currently set to Nigeria. Do you want to set to Lagos instead? Yes. Although grammar is unnecessary. So what this means is that only people in Lagos would see this ad. Then you click on the that check button at the top. Always click on it when you are done with a section. Okay, so we have set for Lagos. If you want to exclude some certain locations, for example, you want to target the whole Nigeria, but you want to make sure that your ad does not appear in certain places, you use that function. But I usually don't use it. I usually don't, so I can't say much about that. So then from the age, you as a business owner, you should know just by moving that thing. See, just by moving it, you can tell the minimum age changes, and if you're moving it from the right, the maximum age changes. So as a business owner, you should be able to tell this category of people that would be interested in what you're selling, and that will inform your selection in this section. Okay, that is what will inform what you select in this section. So I'm selling bracelets now, so more it's going to be more likely about people who are like in their 35, in their 30s down to 20s, right? So I'll just set that here. Let's just say 21 to, let me see here, 20. This is a little hard and I can't type it, so I have to start moving it until I get the right age. So minimum age 21, maximum age 34. People between the ages 21 to 34 are the ones that will see this ad. If you go to the bottom of this page, you can see your audience is defined and has an estimated audience size of 3.5 million to 4 million. If you're running adverts in Nigeria, this is a good estimated audience, because the population of Facebook users in Nigeria is the highest in Africa. The last time I checked, I think the next after that is South Africa. So if you're watching from, let's say, Cameroon or Kenya, your numbers might be much smaller than the ones I'm having here, and that is fine. It's because the population of Facebook users in your country is not as high as that of the country where I'm setting my ads, where I'm running my ads from. Okay, so yeah, that's that about that. I mean, the population of Facebook users in Nigeria is the population of another country. And that is just a fact. No intended points being made. Just that's just a fact. So all right, so you said that, and if you want to target men or women, you also put that here, either women or men. When you make changes to these places, you can see the numbers at the estimated audience that is at the bottom. It changes. So as you make changes, those numbers change. Usually they reduce. That's what usually happens. So I'll just leave it for all. That those bracelets look like something everybody can wear. And if it is not, if it's your product, so you should know what everybody you should know your type of audience, you should know their age group, you should know their gender, the gender that buys more from you, you should know it, you should know the age that buys more, you should know the location. All those things are things you should know by experience, just by looking at your product. For example, if you are selling the household domestic chores product, for example, you don't target men because men don't buy things like that. It's women that buy it. If you can't be selling bags, handbags for women and target men, or you target all, no, you target women alone. So all those things should contribute. All the products you are selling would be what would determine the type of people you are going to target in this section. Yes, so that's that about that. Okay, so what else? Scroll down. Improvements to ad delivery. We may deliver ads beyond your audience for eligible campaign objectives if it's likely to. Well, they're trying to tell you that they might show your ads to people who are you did not initially target if they feel that it's going to give your ads a better performance. That's basically what they are saying. So well, they are not really giving us an option to either accept or reject that. So there's not much we can do. But actually, the Facebook algorithm is a very smart one. So a lot of times, or more often than not, when they choose to target people that are outside the audience, they are probably going to get it right. So now under people who match, under demographics, interests, or behaviors, this section also should be determined by the kind of people that you are reaching out to. You should know your audience. Now, for the kind of product I'm selling, I will not select anything. I'll just leave this one the way it is. I won't add anything. I'm not. Now, the reason why it is bringing these suggestions out is because I've used similar, these interests that are showing here are interests that I've used in other adverts that I've run. That's why it is bringing them out here. So you might not see your own suggestions like this. So normally, if I were to use any of these suggestions, I'll just click on plus. When I click on plus, it comes, and if I want to remove it, I'll just click on that place again. It goes off. I add it, I remove it. So you want to add it, to click on it. You want to remove it, you click on it also. So that's it. So I'm not going to add it there. I'm just going to leave it and I'll allow Facebook to make the decision on who to show my adverts to. This is applicable to some products, especially when you're selling physical products. Once you have set the gender, you have set the age, you have set the location, and allow Facebook to do its thing. Okay, so they are telling us to reach people beyond your detailed targeting selection when it's likely to improve performance. So what they talked about here is what they're asking us to give them a permission to do here, and we will not do that. I don't advise that. So click on advanced options. Let's see what's happening there. Languages, except you're living in a country where people who access the internet do so with different languages, this does not make this is not relevant to you. From a Nigerian perspective, it's not relevant. But if you're staying in a country like, let's say, Cameroon, where we have English speaking and French speaking people, where we have a significant population, a significant percentage of their population who speak French, and also a significant percentage that speaks English, then you can choose to set this if you want to target a particular demographic. But if not, just leave it the way it is. So that's that about that. So we are done with this section. Click on mark, top right corner again. Please don't forget this. That's how you save the settings. So click on that and you have saved it. All right, so that's the audience we just created. Let's see if we can edit it and put a good name there. I don't know why they are not allowing me to set the name, which is fine. Just leave it the way it is. Yes, sort of date. So Lagos is our audience. As you can see, that's the audience that we have set. It has been selected automatically. So after this section, we go to the next section: payment, budget, and schedule. So this is where you talk about how much you want to spend on your ads. I usually select, I leave it at daily. I don't change it to lifetime. I don't use lifetime. Once I want an ad to stop running, I'll just switch it off. I'll go back to how you can switch it off later. So budget, I don't suggest anything less than 2,000. So just click on plus, for example. Oh, what was happening on my screen? So just type on it and you can put 2,000 naira. If you're from another country, that might not make sense. You can just select $5 depending on the payment you set. That's the minimum. But if you really want to get good results, I would suggest a higher amount, like let's say 5,000 or even 10,000, depending on how much money you have. Understand that this is daily. That's why it is there. That means your advert will spend around this amount every day. Now, don't be scared. If you want to run your advert for a day, just switch it off after you are done. It's that simple. Or based on the method that I taught for payments, just deposit the amount you are willing to spend in your advert account. That statement will not be strange if you have watched the payment video before this particular video, and you should have. So you just deposit the amount of money. For example, if I want this advert to run for one day, I'll just deposit 5,000 naira into the advert account, and I'll just go to sleep and wait for the results to come. All right, so that's that about that. Minimum of 3,000. Let me not be too low. Minimum of 3,000. So if you run an ad and you spend 3,000 every day for 3 days, that's 9,000. You can tell whether that advert will make sense or not. Or you could just choose to spend the entire 9,000 in one day. The amount you intended to spend in 3 days, you can spend it in one day and tell. You can tell. That would give you an idea of whether the advert is good or not, and if it isn't, you have to make some changes. Or maybe the product, maybe people just don't like the product. That's another factor. Yeah, so the next section is schedule. Run ad continuously. Starts now. No, we'll start later. It's 1:38 p.m, so I will not start an ad at this time. I would rather start on the next day. That will be 18th of November, and that will be, I'll start 12:01. Yes, so 12:01 a.m, that's when the advert starts to run. That means that's tomorrow morning. Immediately it's that time the advert will start running. So if you set it to start running at the time you are running your ads, you will not get good results. So let's say, for example, this advert gets approved in the next 1 hour and it starts to run around 2:38 p.m. The way the algorithm will spend your money would not be as efficient as those times when you allow the ad to run for a full 24-hour period. So that is why I had to set it to start running on the next day. Yes, so that's that. So delivery, let's just, you leave this one the way it is, and you click on the bottom right corner. You see that check, that mark, that OK button. That's yes. So you click on that blue bottom right, that is if you are done with everything. You click on that and you review order. Yes, so I'm not going to place order because I have an advert running in this account and I don't want to mess it up. So if you is a possibility that if you wait here for a while, the preview might come up, but I'm not interested in waiting. I'm confident about what I did. If you want to check, you can go back and check your advert again, check everything, and just click on that. And if you're patient enough, you can wait. Now I'm choosing to not wait for it to load because of my experience. I am experienced. I run numerous ads, so I know that when you do something over and over and over again, you get very familiar with how it works. But if you're doing it for the first time, probably advise you wait for the preview to load. And if you waited for a while and it doesn't load, just go back and check and make sure you set everything the way you intended to. Make sure there are no mistakes. Then you just click on place order. So once you've, let me see, I don't want to click on place order, but I think I have to for the purpose of illustration. So let me click on that. Yep. Your order has been received. So you can duplicate this ad. So you're saying your ad is being reviewed to make sure it follows Facebook's advertising policies. Typically, you will receive a response within 24 hours. You can duplicate this ad to create more ads that can then be edited. Try using new targeting images or text to learn more. Blah blah blah. So it's asking to duplicate. Just click on not now. So now you have that your advert has been scheduled. The one at the top that is active is the one that I've been, that's a different ad entirely. That's my personal ad. That is as an actual ad, an actual ad that I am running. But the one I just created now is this ad boss here that is showing scheduled. So let me refresh the page and see. Okay, let's click on shed. Let me click on the ad and see. It's supposed to be under review. I don't think that approval can be that quick. I hope this audience has not been messed with. Let me see. Okay, so it's fine. It's fine. So now, if it is still under review, it will show you in review instead of scheduled. It will show you reviewed. So if the ad has been approved, it's going to show that it's scheduled, right? It's going to show that it's scheduled. If the ad has been approved, it will show that it's scheduled. So yeah, so that's that about that. That is that about that. That is how to create an ad. So once the ad starts to work, you would see the results here. So let me see. Okay, let me go over a few things. So now I'm going to use this ad that I'm, yes, let me quickly say this. If you want to switch off an ad, you will see that every campaign here has 3 dots attached to it. 3 dots here, 3 dots here, 3 dots here. They all have 3 dots, 3 dots. So if you want to switch off an ad, just click on the 3 dots and you see the ad, the switch button, and then you click on it, right? So you click on it. If you click on it, it goes off. Yes, switch on, you click on it, it comes back on. So that means the ad is off. So yes, the ad has to be off because I don't intend to run that ad. Actually, I was just experimenting. So yes, so that's that about that. So yes, so if you want to monitor your ad, I have another video for that. So that's the end of this session. Thank you very much.